Hi kids, welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing good and you're healthy and you're having a great weekend. Are you ready for another lesson? Another story? If you need a drink or a snack or a blankie, hit the pause button. If not, we're going to get right into our book. It's called Around the World. So we're going to be learning about places and things from all around the world. Are you ready? I'm excited. We can't travel right now, so let's travel through this book. Let's start with the Sistine Chapel. This is what the Sistine Chapel looks like. Very pretty. If I get close, can you see it? Very pretty. All those paintings, big, huge ceilings. The Sistine Chapel is a large place of worship. It is in the Vatican Palace in Rome, Italy. The palace is home to the Pope. He leads the Catholic Church. The chapel is used for masses and more. It was built more than 500 years ago. There are famous paintings on the ceilings of the Sistine Chapel. They are called, frescoes. I hope I said that right. An artist named Michelangelo painted them on plaster. He stood on a tall wooden platform and reached above his head to paint. It was hard work. His paintings tell stories from the Bible. Oh my God, he had to paint like this the whole time. That had to hurt his arms. I wonder if he got a muscle. Ooh, let's talk about the Eiffel Tower. That's what the Eiffel Tower looks like. You can climb to the top and see out far and wide. The Eiffel Tower is in Paris, France. Millions of people visit the Eiffel Tower each year. It is named after the man whose company designed it. It was built for the 1889 World's Fair. At first, people thought it was ugly, but now it is a beloved symbol of France. The Eiffel Tower is in a big park, the Champ de Mars. It is the tallest structure in Paris. It is made of strong, wrought iron. Can't read again. There are 3 levels of visitors. At the top level, visitors have a bird's eye view of the City of Lights. That's what they call Paris, the City of Lights. Very pretty. And the Sistine Chapel. I have never been to either, but I would love to. Woo! Pyramids of Giza. There are 3 pyramids close together near Giza, which is in Egypt. Some people say Giza, but I say Giza. Say it how you want, kids. The Great Pyramid is the oldest and biggest of the 3. It was built more than 4,000 years ago. That's a long time. It is one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. It was built as a tomb for a pharaoh, that means king, named Khufu. Sounds like achoo, doesn't it? Khufu. I don't know if I say that right either. Egyptian names are hard, children, especially when you're dyslexic and you see things backwards. It took at least 20,000 workers to build the pyramid. They used 2 million blocks of stone, and it took them 20 years. Nobody knows how they moved these heavy blocks. Near the pyramids is the Sphinx. It is the statue of a strange creature with a lion's body and a human's head. I would love to go to Egypt and see the pyramids. That's my favorite place on earth that I've never been. Ooh, the Statue of Liberty. Now, I've been to that several times. It's only 4 hours from me. The Statue of Liberty stands for freedom. It's a statue of a goddess. She wears a robe and a crown. She holds a torch and a tablet. The birthday of the United States is written on the tablet. Broken chains lie at Lady Liberty's feet. She stands on Liberty Island in New York Harbor, also Ellis Island. Where were they? She welcomes visitors from all around the world. France gave the Statue of Liberty to the United States in 1865 to celebrate democracy. The statue has an iron frame. Copper covers the outside. Air turned the copper green. Visitors can climb stairs to the inside of Lady Liberty's crown. It's a tough climb. It gets a little squishy in there. but it's a pretty view at the top. I've been in her crown several times. That's all the way up here. See that little gaping area? That's where the windows are. I love Lady Liberty. She's beautiful. Ooh, the Colosseum. You know what? That's where gladiators were. The Colosseum is an ancient amphitheater. I hate that word. I can never say it. Which means it's a circle theater where they're all different levels, so you don't have to worry about seeing over someone's head. It's in Rome, Italy. It is the largest one ever built. It could seat more than 50,000 people. It was built over 2,000 years ago. It is made of stone and concrete. People back then went to the Colosseum for fun. They watched people fight. The fighters were called gladiators. They fought until someone died, which is brutal. I wouldn't want to watch that. Sometimes criminals were killed at the Colosseum too. There were also animal hunts, pretend battles, and plays. Today the Colosseum lies partly in ruins. Earthquakes damaged it, and robbers took some of the stones, but many people still visit it today. I've never been there, but I really want to go in there and sword fight for pretend. Maybe with bread, like you see in the movies. That might be Paris. I don't know. That's what the Colosseum looks like today. It's only got some walls left. Ooh, Stonehenge! Yay! About 5,000 years ago, some people put a bunch of huge stones in a ring. They put some stones on top of other stones. They made a monument. This took over 1,000 years. The prehistoric monument they built is called Stonehenge. It is in Wiltshire? Wiltshire? English people hate me. England. It still stands today and is very famous. Wiltshire. I think that's how it's called. Right? English people, comment below. It still stands today and is very famous. There are lots of mysteries about Stonehenge. How did these people lift these heavy stones? Why did they put the stones in that pattern? People who had died were probably buried there. Stonehenge might also have been used for worship and healing. I have to go there one day. Look at how they stack them. Why did they do it like that? Nobody knows. What were they building? Do you know? Do you have a guess out there? Woo! The Great Wall of China. How long that is? It's super duper long. I wonder how long it would take you to walk it. I've never been there. That would be a long morning run, let me tell you. The Great Wall is like a giant dragon winding across China. It is over 13,000 miles long. Yeah, I couldn't run that. Oh my god, I would die. It's the world's longest wall. It crosses deserts, grassland, mountains, and plateaus. It was built to protect people. It is tall and thick. Towers and fortresses are built into it. The Great Wall was built in sections by many groups of people. It took over 2,000 years to build. Many people died working on it. It's probably haunted. Over the years, big pieces of the Great Wall have disappeared. Wind and rain have worn down some parts. People have also damaged the wall, but you should visit it if you go to China. You can even walk along the top of the wall. I will be sure to do so one day. I'm going to make it to all these places before I die. I might be old and have a wrinkly butt, but I'm still going to go. Yay, the Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal may look like a palace, but it is really a mausoleum. That's a building where tombs are placed. Creepy. The Taj Mahal is in Agra, India. I can't say these places. I've never even been there. An emperor had built in... I don't speak Indian either. Do you? Do you want anyone out there? How do you say it? Agra, India? Probably not. Sorry, India. An emperor had it built in 1632 to hold the tomb of his favorite wife. Phew, he must have lived there a lot. The building also has a mosque and a guest house. Much of it is made out of white marble. Jewels were inlaid in the marble. It costs a lot of money to build. Millions of people visit the Taj Mahal every year. They go there to learn about history and how some very rich people lived and died. That's the Taj Mahal. It does look like a Disney castle, doesn't it? A little bit. Do the princesses live in there? Like Belle? Ariel? All of them? Do they live in there? We don't know. We should go there and find out. Just go in there and start calling their names. Ooh, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Not pizza. Pisa. When I was little, I really thought my teacher said Leaning Tower of Pizza. So I called it that on my report, and I got points off. So Pisa, not pizza. Can you keep this tower from falling? Look at it. Can you see? It's slanted. Can't really tell in this picture, but it looks like it's about to fall over. That's why they call it the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Can you keep this tower from falling? I don't think so. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is a church bell tower. It is in the city of Pisa, Italy. I almost said pizza. Pisa, Italy. It was built in 1173 and took 200 years to finish. My God, I gotta go see it before it falls over. The tower began to tilt while it was being built. The ground was too soft on one side, but that soft soil later helped the tower survive 4 earthquakes. Holy crow, I should build my house on it. Over time, the tower leaned more and more. Finally, work was done to keep it from falling, but nobody wants to make it stand up straight. They're not going to fix it so it's straight. But they had to fix it or it would have fallen over. Petra. Dun, dun, dun. Imagine a city carved out of rock. That's exactly what Petra is. Petra is an ancient city built some 2,000 years ago in the desert of southern Jordan. The people who used to live in Petra have disappeared. We don't know much about them, but people who study the past keep trying to learn more. They dig around in the earth looking for clues about this lost civilization. That's called archaeology. Archaeologists dig in the dirt to find about history. Just FYI. The ancient people of Petra were known for their engineering skills. They invented a very smart way to get water to 30,000 people who lived there. That's the lost city of Petra. Nobody knows who lived there or what happened to them. It's like they vanished with no trace. What do you think happened? Did they all go on the Harry Potter train and go to Hogwarts? What happened? Ooh, Pyramid of the Sun. The Pyramid of the Sun is an ancient Mexican city. The city is, oh my gosh, I'm going to say this wrong. Let's let Google tell us how to say it. I don't want to teach you the wrong words. Thank God for Google, right, kids? How do you say? I don't even know. You. This is a long word. Oh, we got it. Tiwa. What?
Teotihuacan.
I was way wrong.
Teotihuacan.
We'll do it one more time.
Teotihuacan.
I would have never got that, kids. Anyway, thank God for Google. That's where it's located. It is said to be almost 2,000 years old. Its massive size makes it the 3rd largest pyramid in the world. The people who lived there were called Aztecs. It took them 100 years to finish working on the pyramid. That's a long time. That's longer than people lived. They covered it with brightly colored paintings. The pyramid still stands today, but the paintings did not last. That's sad. I want to see People who study the pyramid are still searching for more clues about why the pyramid was built. If you visit, you might come up with your own ideas. I think they were landing pads for UFOs, but everyone laughs at me when I say that. It looks weird, right? Why do you think they build those things? Do they go on top and just be like, this is my stage, let me put it on a plate? What do you think they did with it? I'm silly today. Ooh, Easter Island. Dun, dun, dun. This is also a scary one. Easter Island has another name. Rapa Nui. Probably said that wrong too. That is a native Polynesian name. The island is part of Chile, but it is all by itself in the Pacific Ocean. Easter Island is famous for its statues. There are almost 1,000 of them. The people who lived there hundreds of years ago carved them out of volcanic rock. They used stone hand tools, which is like those little ice pick looking things, and a hammer, and it would take forever. The statues are shaped like great big heads with little bodies. The people who carved the statues were called Rapa Nui, just like the island. We are not sure how they moved the heavy statues. Each statue stands 13 feet high and weighs 14 tons. Oh my God. See those weird looking things? Big heads, little bodies. How'd they do that? How did they do that, kids? They had no power tools. They didn't even have cranes. It's amazing, right? Ooh, Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu sits high on a mountain ridge in the Andes Mountains of Peru. It is a citadel, a fort or a castle. That's what a citadel is. It is made of polished rocks that fit perfectly together. The Inca people built it over 500 years ago. They had no wheels to move the heavy rocks. They had no iron tools, but they figured out a way to do the job. It's amazing. They're smarter than we are. I say that all the time and people roll their eyes, but it's true. They didn't have Google. They can't look stuff up. About 100 years later, the Inca people left when invaders from Spain showed up. Gosh darn, invaders. That happened in every country, especially Vikings. The invaders didn't find Machu Picchu. Jungle grew over it. Most people forgot about it, but a man named Hiram, it's probably not how you say that either, Bigham found it. Other people started visiting, and people are still visiting today. That's Machu Picchu. I just like saying it. Machu Picchu. Sounds like a snack. Or like a dip or something. Angkor Wat. What's that? Angkor Wat is in Cambodia. A king built it 9 centuries ago to be his temple. The name means temple city. Angkor Wat? Angkor? I think it's Angkor. Wat is one of the world's largest religious monuments. At the center of the temple are 4 towers surrounding a 5th tower. The temple is famous for its beauty. The towers are shaped like lotus, water lily buds. Inside it are many sculptures. There are also many carvings of gods and goddesses. How pretty. Oh, there goes my hat. Leprechaun is sad. Isn't that pretty? Look at the roofs. How'd they do that? That's crazy. Ooh, Big Ben. I know where that one is. Do you? I'll give you a hint. They wear them furry hats and a red suit, and they stand there and don't move. They just blink. Big Ben is a very famous bell and a very famous clock tower in London, England. When most people say Big Ben, they mean the bell and the tower, which is this. This is Big Ben. They mean, oh wait, I already read that. But the tower's real name is Elizabeth's Tower. It is named for the Queen. The building of the tower was finished in 1859. So not this Queen Elizabeth, but she's still related to that one. The giant clock was made to tell perfect time. It has to be wound by hand 3 times a week. That takes about 90 minutes. Oh my Lanta, that's a lot of winding. Big Ben has become a crucial symbol of England, which I would think so. Maybe one day I'll see Big Ben. Would you like to wind the clock? I would. I'd probably mess it up though. And then there goes perfect Big Ben time. La Sagrada Familia. I probably did not say that right. I took Spanish too, but I'm old and I forgot. My teacher only taught us food names and people's names. I don't even think my teacher spoke Spanish, to be honest. That's what you get for city schools. The story of La Sagrada Familia is still being written. It's the story of a large church in Barcelona, Spain. Workers started building the church in 1882, and it still isn't finished. Oh my God. They're trying to finish it by 2026. That's not very far from now. I would say so. From 1882, that takes a long time. What's the hold up, right, kids? The church was designed by an architect named Antoni Gaudi. And Antoni, try to say it in Italian for you. He is known for his unique and fancy designs. Since work began, there have been many delays. It took time to raise money to pay for the church. Then there was a war. The burglars destroyed part of the plans. There is still much work left to do. Well, that answers the question. And what's the hold up? The war. Look at that. That's creepy looking for a church. I'd be scared to go in there. Am I going to lose my head if I go in there? Is there a gargoyle in there? St. Basils Cathedral. Basils. I say Basils, but I'm from New York, and we don't pronounce things correctly. We have weird accents. St. Basils Cathedral is a famous group of building in Moscow, Russia. It used to be a church, but now it's a museum. It is the Red Square, the center of the city. Ivan the Terrible, a Russian leader from the 1500s, ordered the cathedral to be built. He wanted to celebrate a battle the Russian army won. The church was named after Saint Basil, who did many things to help poor people. St. Basil's Cathedral is famous for its fancy shapes. I know this one. A lot of people do that. And like gingerbread houses around here with all the funky colors. Doesn't it look like a gingerbread house? Is it just me? Yeah, Golden Gate Bridge is the last one. Where do you think the Golden Gate Bridge is, kids? I will give you a clue. It's always sunny. It's the Sunshine State, right? The Golden Gate Bridge is one of the world's most famous bridges. It is in San Francisco, California, in the United States. Actually, Florida might be the Sunshine State. I don't know. It's sunny there. The bridge goes across a body of water called the Golden Gate, which connects San Francisco Bay and the Pacific Ocean. It is a suspension bridge. That means the part that cars drive on is hanging from cables. Freaky. What if those cables snap? Are you going to go in the water? I don't know. I'm going to close my eyes if I ever go across it. Not really. It's probably pretty views. The bridge opened in 1937. Before then, people had to ride a boat across the water. The color of the bridge is reddish-orange. It was painted that way so you can see it better in the fog. So the boats. There's a lot of fog in San Francisco. Also, it just looks pretty. You have probably seen it in pictures. It's an iconic symbol and the most photographed bridge in the world. Around here, we have a lot of photos of the Brooklyn Bridge. I didn't make it in this book. I hope you liked it. I hope you felt like you went on a little mini vacation. Sorry for all the words I said wrong. I'm not good with geography. Just wherever I go, I read a tourism book, and then I think I know stuff. Be good out there. Have silly attitudes the next couple days, and be nice to your parents and your teachers and your friends. Okay, see you next time. Bye, kids.